All right. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Coffee and Crafts with John from Pro Craps here at Casino Gaming TV. Yeah, that was a fun morning. If you got a chance to watch the paycheck today, it was a fun one. A tale of two players, maybe, or a tale of one player and one idiot. We'll see. Let's talk about what happened out there. So we're 4-0, by the way. The Dolly Latterson strategy is 4-0. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Right? I love it when they go 4-0 or 5-0. So far, we made our profit. We made $2,000, right? The goal here is $500 a day. You're 4-0. You made $2K. It's a perfect paycheck, right? It is about 20 rolls average. I put the rolls in. Today was one of those days where, like, what are you gonna do, right? I walked out there. I threw a come out horn number, won $100. Set a point, set a don't point, 7'd out. Got the 2 blacks on that one. Set another point, come out horn number, and we're done. We're out of the whole thing with no sweat. It was like a 6-roll win today. And sometimes Dark Side does that, right? And I think the point came up in chat during that show, which was, when you see the trend heading that way, jump into it, right? Greg from 555 Craps always says he charts a table, waits to see if it's dark or light trending, jumps in and does a thing. The point that I made in chat with Darksider was, you don't know. In the morning, I don't chart my table. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I have a cup of coffee, maybe, and I go out to the garage and just throw the dice. I have no idea if I'm going to be on a hot table or a cold table. I have no idea what I'm doing, right? For me, the first shooter or two is find out where we are today, right? Which is why a lot of days I go out there and I lose. A lot of days I go, hey, it's 640 across, and I throw a PSO because I'm not A, warmed up, B, I don't know what the trend is, and C, I'm a hardhead. When I do these morning shows, I'm like, we are playing 640 across today, and I'm not changing it no matter what the table says. Or I'm playing Dark Side today, and I ain't changing it no matter what the table says. So I want to test the strategies against whatever happens, which is, I think, important for us to do. But you can't know unless you watch and see what happens. Today was a day where from beginning to end, right? We had those 3 crappy rollers in the beginning we made money on. I went, hey, let's have some fun. Let's go ahead and switch over to the right side and try something, try to hit a home run. Well, guess what? 4 or 5 shooters in a row, 0.7 out or 0.1 hitting out, because that was the day. The day's trend was 3 rollers. No matter what I did with the dice, no matter how I threw it, that was going to be today's thing, and that's how it is. Sometimes you got to read that. There's, how do I say this right? There's a whole school of thought out there, right, that talks about trending. And we're going to talk about trending probably next week. I'm going to try and get actually Miguel, who's Blacklight, on with us next week. Duracell suggested that. I'm going to try and get VDC on next week too, because next week we're going to talk about player types, and I'll get into this more. And I think they're a good player type to have on to talk through this. But is there such a thing as trends in craps? I don't know the answer to that. I know there are streaks in craps. I know there are streaks in roulette. I know there are streaks in baccarat, right? No causality to any of it. Nothing that happened with that ball on a roulette wheel, nothing that happens with the dice influences the next roll or the next spin or the next set of cards that comes out, right? They're all not interconnected. However, you will find yourself in these streaks where the same thing seems to happen over and over again. It's not because of what just happened, but it's because that's the streak that you're in right now. When you catch a streak, don't be blind to it. I guess that's the thing. Don't be blind to the streaks. So we'll talk a lot about trending next week. I think next week's going to be a good week for that. So there that is. Anyway, good roll in the paycheck this morning. We're doing well. As I said out there too, I'm going to change how I manage the bankroll accounts. So we have our 401g account manager that I wrote. We're going to change how that thing gets managed starting next week. I'm doing this week the $500 into the expenses account. Next week, I'm going to start spreading the money around, and we'll talk about why. I might even spend most of Monday on why that is. So based on a conversation I had with Ken from Ken Knows Gambling yesterday, we're going to go ahead and reframe the way that I do the virtual envelopes in a way that I think is going to make sense. So there's that. All right. What's next? Come out roll, I think, is next, right? Come out roll. And by the way, another thing happening, depending on how my weekend goes, I'm going to change up all the screens here. I'm going to go for a slightly different look for the channel as we try to grow things out. And I'm going to, at the suggestion of Adam G, who's also known as New York Strip, I'm going to change a couple things about the show, and I think you're going to like the changes that he suggested. So we're a community here, and I always say at my work, I teach for a living, and one of the things we say to our students is feedback is a gift. So if an instructor or the course isn't working for you, let us know. We are grown-ups. We can take our negative feedback and grow. And Adam gave me some great ideas, and I am not ashamed to say that his ideas are better than mine, and we're taking them and running with it. So we're going to do a couple new things on the show next week. It's going to be awesome. And I thank him in advance for that. So that's your come out kind of the starting point here. But the rest of this is going to be some reminders, right? Friday Night Fights, Crappin' Camper Champion versus Crapsy, working to confirm. Sunday is Craps Chat, which is going to be a good one. I can't wait for Craps Chat Sunday. I love that. It's like my favorite show. I mean, Jeff and Skill, that's my favorite show. So that's Sunday at 6 o'clock. We have some welcome backs. Uncle Angelo showed up in chat yesterday, which is fantastic. Seeing Uncle Angelo in chat is like, it's like, I can't even tell you. Like, even though like we're all popular or whatever, right? Whatever you think of me is in terms of that, my role in the community. When I see Uncle Angelo show up in chat, or I see Jacob from Wager Me This show up in my chat, or I see George come into my chat, or whoever else. Who else was I thinking of? Dave Carlin shows up in my chat. When these guys show up in my chat or leave me a comment on my video, I get like starstruck. I'm like, oh my God, like Uncle Angelo's watching me. I can't believe that guy watches me, right? Of all people. I get so excited when I see them out there. And so Angelo came back. He put a video out yesterday, which was fantastic. I love his energy. I've got so many actual uncles that he reminds me of. It's wicked cool to see Angelo back. Crappy the Craftsman has been back. He's put out, I want to say 5 or 6 videos in the last month or so. I love his vibe. And if you can, it's funny because my energy on my videos is so different than them. Like I am a teacher, right? So I break the strategy down, I do a whole thing, and then we do a short rollout. I have this way about me. They just roll up to the table, Angelo and Crappy and Wager and Waylon, and just go, here's a strategy, and they start rolling dice, they explain it as they go, and they're just like, don't give a shit. I love their attitude about it. I could watch Larry and Angelo and Waylon forever. I love the energy. I can't replicate that. I tried to a couple times. I can't do it. I have to be my teacher self, right? I just do it the way I do it. But man, when they show up here, it's like, royalty came to the house, and I feel like humbled that they would even give me an hour of their time to watch. So it's freaking awesome. Anyway, I got to call Waylon. I know Waylon's here. I thought I saw Waylon go by. Dude, I think I saw Waylon go. Maybe I didn't see Waylon. He's not here. Let's talk about him. He's not here. Let's talk about Waylon. Waylon went off the freaking rails yesterday. Waylon put out a crapless video. My brother, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't put out any more. I love you, but don't put out any more crapless videos. Nobody out there is allowed to put out crapless videos. Stop it. Stop it with the crapless stuff. Crapless craps is literally 000 roulette with dice. Crapless craps is literally 6-5 blackjack, but don't do it. I know that Ed can make money by throwing some horn numbers. Okay, fine, whatever. The house edge of craps was already pretty bad on a lot of numbers, right? At least you had the combat place bet or the combat pass line bet was at 1.41. Now on crapless, it's 5.7, right? 5x the house edge on that game. They literally screwed you. They put out a game and went, oh, look, there's more numbers to bet on. Everything's great. You're not going to lose in the combat. And they sold it like it was a good thing, and they're screwing you. They're screwing me out of my don't pass play, for one, and they raise the house edge on every single bet. That's a shitty game. And the fact that they sell it like you can win and the fact that some people can win on it doesn't make it any better. They put out a worse game, and you all, like little minions, flock to it and play it. Don't patronize shit games. Waylon, I'm challenged. Take the damn video down. Don't teach people how to play crapless craps. We want to make those tables empty because they'll do it again. They'll find some other way to fuck the game up and put a different game out there that's even worse than that, right? 000 roulette. Look at the house edge on that game, right? It was already a bad house edge, right? You went from single zero European roulette, which was like I think a 1.9 or 2%, to 5% on a double zero, which sucks bad enough. Now it's up in the 8s. I mean, come on, people, right? Blackjack 6 to 5. They sell that like we're a bunch of idiots, and like a bunch of idiots, people go and play the damn things. Stay off those tables. Make them be empty and put the regular tables back in again. We can't stand for them changing the rules. And even though some people can win on it, it's a shit game. Get off it. I'm sorry, I'm on the soapbox again, but 000 roulette is a nightmare. Not even a nightmare. It is literally a hatchet job. It is them reaching into your bank and stealing money from you. Like, that's such a in-your-face money grab. Worse than 6 to 5 blackjack, obviously. Crapless craps is the same thing. They're destroying regular, what you expect out of it games. They're crushing you. Like, it wasn't enough that they have an edge. Now they have to have more of an edge. Don't patronize the games. Don't put videos out that talk about how to beat crapless. You beat crapless by not fucking playing it. I'm sorry for my English here, but you beat crapless by not patronizing the tables. Don't let them win. Don't let them put crap out. Anyway, I didn't mean to be swearing and all that kind of stuff, but my God, get off those tables. We can't let that be a thing. And I know Ed disagrees with me, and some of the guys that throw dice for, that are good dice throwers, right, will disagree with me that, they're actual DIs. I know you can make money at it. Everybody else is getting screwed at those tables. They are stealing money from regular people on those tables. Don't do it. No more crapless videos. Waylon, virtual hug. You're my brother, but man, let's just not do it, okay? That's all I got to say about that. I didn't mean to do that. I just I don't know. Sorry. I get really amped up when I talk about crapless because it's just a screw job, and they're just doing it. Anyway, I hate it. It's like in general, we'll appreciate this. It's just like the digital tables, right? The what do you call it? The bubble craps or the stadium craps, only allowing straight up 2x odds, and not even like actual 2x odds. Like on the don't pass, 2x odds means enough odds to win 2 times your flat. No, on the digital table, all you can do is 2 times your flat bet. So you have a $25 don't. You can't put $60 out there to win 50. You can only put $50 out there, double your bet. Right? You can't actually win twice. Screw job, right? That lowers the house, or that raises the house edge on that game, or that raises, or it limits you as far as how low you can lower the edge on that game by not allowing you to take full odds, proper full odds on the digital games. It's a screw job. That game is so loaded with 7s. It's no wonder they don't let you take max odds, because it's an RNG. It's designed to destroy people, and that's what they do. So there it is. My favorite crapless crap strategy is to mistakenly drop my cigarette on the table and spill my drink on it so the game stops. That's my favorite crapless crap strategy. Don't play it. That's it. Don't play it. Man, I'm so sorry. Gee, I did not mean to go in that direction this morning. All right, let's move on. Hard hat nominees, please. I think it's been talked about in chat a little bit. Here's what I've got so far. And this is what, again, I'm reading from chat. Some folks have emailed me. Here's the current list of nominees for the month of May, which we're going to do voting on in a couple of weeks. We're going to vote on this on May 1st, which is Monday next. Not this Monday, but the following Monday. Here's the nominees. George from CY. And I'll give you a little bit of a story here. George started Craps Nation 5-6 years ago, whatever it was. He's led that team. There's 100 and some people over there that are chatting every day. He organized the whole shooting tournament, made the rules. He's overseeing the whole thing. The guy goes live twice a day, throwing his dice. He does his thing. He walks the walk. Full transparency. George pulls so many strings behind the scenes. You have no idea how much work that guy puts in. Joe from Craftsmaster Journey. Again, his moving to black belt series is ridiculous. Every day live. Putting in the work, putting in the hours, putting in the time, putting shows together, analytics, the whole thing. The guy's awesome. His journey is, you if you watched him from building his table to where he is today, it's the transformation of him as a presenter and as a player is amazing. Joe from Craftsmaster Journey is all over the place, right? Waylon, as you know, the book of Waylon's got 1 billion strategies in it. The guy never stops. The guy just never stops. So Waylon, I think, deserves this too. Waylon is, again, what you don't know about Waylon is, like you all in chat, Waylon behind the scenes, always writing to us. Here's an idea, here's an idea. He's always like up in our face giving us things to do and start his channel out. I think he deserves a shout out for that. Ed from Roll to Win, obviously. I think Ed puts in a ton of time behind the scenes. He's helping people out that you don't know about. Dave from Same Bet, Dave Carlin from Same Bet, is running almost every single shooters tournament. He's hosting almost everybody. He's up the ante in terms of production quality. The reason why my shows look good is not because I'm great at production or graphics. It's because Dave Carlin and I use the same software, and I asked him some questions. That guy is pushing the needle like you wouldn't believe on making our things look good. So Dave Carlin, I think, deserves a shout. And Ted, Midnight Train 66. Ted, who you don't see a whole lot live in chat. He's got a channel without a lot of videos, but he wrote the KPI, right? Not Ted. I'm sorry, Ted. Wrong person. Ted does the Crafts Nation roster. He's the one who manages the roster. Ted is at all the meetups in AC. Ted actually paid for dinner for us with his points twice. He did it this time and he did it last month in AC too. So Ted, behind the scenes, is doing a whole bunch of Crafts Nation work that you don't know about. A lot of computer stuff is happening. Ted's kind of behind some of that, keeping us kind of in line. So I think Ted actually, and Troy, 0.7 out, who nobody voted for Troy last time, but Troy wrote the KPI. He deserves some love too. So Ted is awesome. I think Ted, again, people who you just don't know are just doing so much behind the thing. So yeah, Ted's great. Ted's great. All right, here we go. Dave Carlin, Same Bet channel, right? Dave is like my hero in terms of this, like putting shows together. Dave's awesome. I mean, Dave, how about somebody to learn from and emulate? That guy is where it's at. So, all right, there's your come out roll. Last thing to announce here is this, obviously, and I'll do it quick. If you're interested in coming to Seattle to play craps with me and Ian, and I'm sure Jen will be here. We've got our Seattle team, local group of players that play. I was talking to Ian yesterday. We're going to try and get us a private table at the Snoqualmie Casino, which, if you want to, I'll put it in. I'm going to spell it for you because you'll never be able to spell it right. It's Snoqualmie, Snoqualmie Casino. Go check this place out. It's a casino out by Snoqualmie Falls on the east side of Seattle. Beautiful location, like mountains, waterfall. It's fantastic. Craps tables there they have a 10-foot craps table and a 12-foot craps table, both hard surface, both $5 minimum. I think the 12 might be $10 minimum. Great place to play. We have Tulalip Casino up north of Seattle. It's about an hour north of Seattle. It's about a half hour north of me. That's the one that me and Ian go to. That's our local. They've got the glass tabletop with the felt on it that you throwers will absolutely love. Two really good casinos. You get to come to my garage and warm up because you're going to want to hit my table and warm up before you go to Tulalip. And I'll give you a link to that. Tulalip. Tulalip Casino is the other one. So we're going to work. Ian and I are going to work, mostly Ian, on getting those casinos to drop us a dedicated table for our group and also some dinner reservations. So there we go. Ian's going up there tomorrow night for the 50th birthday for the wife. Well, happy birthday. Why is my chat's way up in the ceiling like that? Waylon's here. I see Waylon showed up. Waylon, you missed my rant. Dude, don't watch this video. I called you out a little bit and gave you some shit. You can watch it later. We'll talk. Good to see you here, buddy. Good to see you here. If you go, there are no crapless tables in Washington at this point. God. Seattle date, Louis, we're talking about end of July, August-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't know when yet. Here's the thing. We got DiceCon is in June 20th. We have the Craps for the Cure in Vegas around November time, so somewhere in the middle of that. Like, I want to be respectful of people's travel money. So probably like July, August-ish area. There's a cruise happening in August that's coming out of Seattle. So it'd be nice to time this thing so that the folks that are going on that Craps cruise can do the meetup with us and then hit the boat kind of a thing. So we might find a way to tie those two together, either boat returning or boat leaving. Maybe you can come to our local with me, make a pile of money and take it to the boat with you and win on the big cruise ship. So there's that. All right. Think about if you want to do it, let me know. If you're interested, if there's interest, we're going to keep working on it. And that's it. All right, let's get back to like the fun shit. We're been diving in for the last couple of weeks, and we're going to keep going with this idea of what kind of a person are you? And the genesis of this talk came from Ken, actually. Ken from Ken Knows Gambling was doing a thing where he was helping people one-on-one, and he's like, we got to figure out what kind of person you are first. Like, why are you losing at craps was his thing. And what I've discovered through talking to people and watching people play is, I'm going to leave this screen for a minute. I want to show you the next one here, which is this. Does your personality and your bankroll match up? Like, if you are an aggressive person but you have a tiny bankroll, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to overbet your bankroll and you're going to lose quicker, right? Or you might be like, I'm an aggressive person. I don't have enough bankroll, so I'm forced to play some stupid way that either A, don't like, and B, don't know how to play. So I lose my money, right? Merging all that stuff, merging the kind of player that you are, your mentality with your bankroll and with what's available to you to play, I think all that has to come together. So that's why we're doing this series, okay? We've talked about cautious people. I'm a cautious conservative player. Most of the time, I like my low volatility bets, right? I like to guarantee and lock up. I'm okay with leaving in 15 minutes. Today, I rolled 6 times upstairs in the garage, and I would have left that casino with 6 rolls. I would have totally walked out of there, right? I have an aggressive streak. So when I get a chance to, we talked about it yesterday, when I get a chance to put foot on the gas, I will. If my conservative play earns me extra, I'm gonna try and thump them. I like to have that little adrenaline rush, right? Some parts of me are what you might call a thinker, right? Thinking through the probabilities. What's the best play to make? What does the math say about this? How can I protect my bets, right? Thinkers are more hybrid style players, right? We'll get into trending and feel and streak players later on as a whole separate week. I think it deserves more time. But the thinker player is going to be looking at this much more carefully. What is my bankroll? Right? Thinkers might be playing scared. You might call them scared money players, right? Because they got small bankroll, probably. Or they're so respectful or protective of their money that they're going to play in a very cautious way, okay? Now, they may be forced into playing some other way, okay? If you're a thinker and you're saying, hey, I'm going to hedge this and hedge that, and we're going to move this around, and we're going to protect these bets, and we're going to do this thing, and you're at a $25 table, and you got $500 or $700, you're forced to do something that you don't want to do, right? So we got to find ways to match that all together, okay? Merge those factors, all right? And again, it comes down to not only being in touch with your personality type, but also your goals. Being a conservative player whose goal is a lot of disposable income, probably not compatible, right? Being a conservative player who's looking to get out of there in 5 rolls like I often do, you're not playing for comps. You're just not. You're not putting bets out there that are going to earn high comp. You're not looking for chip porn or disposable income, right? If you're a thinker player, you're trying to work the wheels of the thing to stay safe so you can play a little bit and kind of, grind it out, so to speak. So making sure that your play matches your goals and your bankroll. So today we're going to talk about the thinker type that is the snowflake, okay? Thinkers, again, your traits, protective of bankroll, protective of your bets, a lot of hedging to keep things safe, right? Getting out quick, playing regressions, right? More opposing bets out there, right? Today I want to talk about snowflakes. And the title of today's video was, are you a snowflake? What is a snowflake? How do we define let me go to the table here. How do we define a snowflake? I'm going to go to this view. Whoa, where's the light? He pushes a button and says, let there be light. Come on, light, do your thing. Hey, there he goes. What does it look like for you as a snowflake? I define a snowflake, and I think Duracell said earlier we should have a 420 themed show today. Well, this is perfect, right? Because most people who take the day off of work to celebrate 420 are probably the snowflakes that want their college education paid for. They want to go to college and learn about Russian art and whatever, toenail studies, and want me to pay for it, right? Snowflakes want an apartment that mommy and daddy pay for. They want to they want to play life without a net because somebody else carries the net. That's a snowflake. That's the people who are out there right now stoned at 9 o'clock in the morning celebrating 420. That's your snowflake. Okay. What does that look like in craps? Right? Snowflake craps players want no risk. They want mom and dad paying for the health insurance. They want mom and dad paying for the apartment. They want the casino paying for their bets, right? They want the casino paying for their bets. So snowflake play is let me play for free as quickly as I can. I don't ever want to be at risk, right? Snowflake is like, oh my God, I got to go to work 4 days a week. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in my car. God forbid I got to go to actual work more than 2 days a week. Jesus H Christ, right? Like that's going to kill me. On the craps table, same mentality can happen and it's okay. How do we do it on the craps table? Here's what you do on a craps table, right? $225 out of the rack. Okay, we're going to go squeeze play. I'm going to show you the squeeze play. It's 220 inside. 220 inside. We're not gonna worry about the shooter or be on the pass line. We're gonna go 220 inside. We're gonna catch a point. We're gonna get a point here of 6, right? And we're gonna pray to God that this shooter can get 2 points. Okay? Snowflake would say, I'm putting myself out there. I'm working 2 days a week. I set my alarm and I got up at 10 o'clock this morning. And I had to go to a meeting. I'm putting in the work. Here it is. My 220 inside is my limited amount of work that I'm willing to do. And I want everybody else to pay for me. Oh no, Snowflake, we got a 7, you lost your money. Too bad you had to sit in traffic today. Not a big deal, right? Let's have the Snowflake go out again. I want to make this strategy work for you. There's another 6. Boy, wouldn't that have been nice, right? There's a 6 Snowflake. We're gonna go ahead and get our bets paid for. I'm gonna take 220 out of the rack, 225 out of my rack. Same bet. Let's catch 2 numbers. Let's see if our snowflake can go to work 2 days a week and make any money, okay? It's hard to make money when you go to work 2 days a week, and it does a hard 4, and we're not on the 4, right? This is gonna be our work from home day. We're not there. We aren't working on that day, right? We're gonna be home eating Pop-Tarts and not doing our job. Can you tell I'm bitching today? Did I have a bad night of sleep? I'm bitching about crapless. I'm bitching about people. There's a 12. Oh boy, the snowflake is hating life. Hey, there's a 5. There's a 5. Snowflake went to work today and got a little bit of paycheck, right? Let's put them out here. Let's have them buy the 4 and 10, right? And the snowflake's gonna bitch about that because they gotta pay commission. What? I gotta pay a toll to get to work? Are you kidding me? Everything should be free. Everything should be free, right? Here we go. Can we get another roll? Can the snowflake get to work twice in the same week? Nope. Fighting that horn number. Sitting in traffic. Oh, the snowflake. The snowflake doesn't get it done. That's a huge bummer. When you work 3 days a week, oftentimes the paychecks are small, right? Let's dump it out again. Let's go 220 again. Let's play for free. Let's do it. Can we play for free even once today? I don't know. Boy, I pity the person who's got to have me in a work meeting in the next 45 minutes because I am lit up today. All right, 6, 4, 10 is the point. Come on, Snowflake. Get your ass out of bed and go to work. There's a 4. Or it must be, again, Monday, work from home. Right? Snowflake on the 4-day weekend. Saturday, Sunday. There's Monday. Didn't go to work on Monday because, reasons. There's an 8, 6, 2, 8. Snowflake, can we get our bets paid for? Can we play for free? Can we do it? Why is there 100 out there? Wrong stat. $70 on that 8. Let's make our 4 and 10 look like 35, and again, pay that toll. God, so unfair. So unfair. I got to pay to drive my car to work. Really. And there's a 6. Look at the snowflake making money. The snowflake is loving this, right? Their 2-day work week paid off. They're going to make $70, 50. They're going to make $70, and they're going to go to 130 inside, or 130 across. They're going to play my favorite strat. They're going to go Philly special. Snowflake now gets to play craps for free, which is all they ever wanted. They just want to be free. Let's go ahead and get some nickels for the green there. Let's make our 10 and our 4 look like $15. And look at that. There is their $125 There's 200 and there's 25. So they are playing for free with a little bit of profit even, huh? That's kind of cool. Look at the Snowflake making money. That's a Snowflake for you, right? That's Snowflake strategy. Play me for free. Give me a way to get out quick, right? Get me 2 hits. Let me go to work twice a week and make a full paycheck. Let me work from home and sleep until 10 o'clock and make a little bit of a paycheck. That's a Snowflake way, right? I love the squeeze play, right? In theory. I'm going to rag on it a little bit because I think David's a great guy. Casino Quest, that's a Casino Quest driven strategy. It makes all the sense in the world when it works, right? We got an 8, we got a 5, we got a 6, and we're out of the hand. We're playing on casino money. We're playing for free. This is mom and dad paying for my health insurance right there. Right there. I can drive without worrying about it. But what happened getting here? Right? We lost twice. I tell you all the time how freaking hard it is to get 2 hits on the box. It is hard to get 2 box hits. Most people, 50% of the time, only get 2, right? It's another 10% that you only get 3. It's so hard to get 2 or 3 box hits, right? To get to here is a miracle, right? But the Snowflake player wants to be here all the time. Like I am going to devise a way. I'm going to think through the system and say, look, man, I got all the ways to win. How many ways we got to win here? Well, we got what, 10? Between those two, we got another 8 here. It's 18 plus 21 plus 3, with 24 ways to win. How can you not win 2 at it when you got 24 ways to win and 6 ways to get beat? Well, that's the dice, right? That's one way of snowflaking it. Getting your stuff paid for, I think, is an interesting, I'm going to pull it all down, okay? That's one way of getting your bets paid for. We have so many great and cool regression systems. Let's do one, and again, I'm not keeping my bankroll correct here, but let's go even bigger this time. I don't know what I have here. Let's just find out. I'm going to go 320 across. I'm going to get some greens. We're going to, and again, my bankroll doesn't matter because I'm completely not putting money back in there. Let's get 320 across. And let's play a little wedge. Also a snowflakey kind of play, right? The wedge is unprotected. There's no don't pass there because, you know, the snowflake doesn't think they have to worry about stuff, right? The snowflake went to college and ain't got to worry about nothing, right? They don't need the safety net because the world is their safety net. Here we go. We're going to catch a point. We're going to play the wedge now and show you how to play on casino money in about 3 rolls using the wedge strategies. Again, same idea. Very similar to the Dallas drawdown I did a few weeks back, and I'll show you that one to remind you in a minute. There's the 5-5, there's the 10. Okay, there it is. That's our point. Now the wedge is going to reduce our risk. I'm going to take these all out of the rack. It'll be less distracting without the chips in there. Okay, let's see how fast we can get 320 bucks back in the rack. And again, the Snowflake player's goal is to put out whatever they're putting out and get that much money back in the rack as fast as humanly possible to be playing for free, okay? Last time we did it in 2 rolls, right? The squeeze play made it happen in 2 rolls. One inside, grab the 4 and 10, another inside, and we're out. This one's gonna take 3, but watch how it happens. I think it's a very cool way to get where you wanna be. There's a 3-1-4, okay? So that's gonna pay 100 bucks. I'm not gonna pay the vig. I'm just gonna drop the 100 bucks out there. And we're gonna reduce the 4 and 10 down either to a quarter or whatever table minimum is, right? You might take these back here, take one of those quarters and get nickels for it, and go to table minimum, okay? And bring back 150 bucks. There's 100, 175, right? 175. So out of the 320 we started with, we have 175, we have 180 in the rack, about a little more than half in the first hit. If we can keep going, again, the snowflake here has half their bets kind of paid for by the shooter. Okay, there's a midnight, which we're not on. I know you can't see the dice land, just trust me on the rolls. I want you to see the bets more than the rolls. There's a 6-3-9. There's the 3, I'll pull it off. The 6 is way back here in the corner. That's a 9. The 9's gonna pay 50, 70 bucks. And again, let's take the sisters down to table minimum. Where are we in the rack? 100, there's 200, there's 300, there's 25. 2 rolls, and we're out of the hand. 2 rolls, and we're out. If I take the 6 and 8 down and drop my nickel and bring the table minimum, we are at 64 across. There's our 300. And, let me actually get 20 bucks. I'll take five nickels out of that for one of those quarters. There's your 320. And matter of fact, I'm going to take the lammers out because we don't need the lammers. Just so you can see the number. I had them there so you can count easier, but there's 320 bucks. That's our initial bankroll, right? There's $111 profit plus 64 across, right? It's a drawdown strategy. So in 2 rolls, you're out. If we left our bets at $25, it takes 3 rolls. I'll demonstrate it again. Let's take these all down. Let's do it again. The same strategy, the same drawdown, but I'll do it with 25 so you can see that it takes an extra roll. Here we go. Let's get it reset. Okay, there we are. 320 across. Let's take the profit from the last one away. I'm going to try and get 2 more numbers here. Let's reset everything. There's an 8, 5, 3. There's a 5. There's a 3. All right, let's get 2 hits. And again, we'll do it the drawdown way. There's a, ooh, that was lucky. 1, 2, 3. That was going to be a 6. 617, but it turned out not to be. There's a 516. Now watch this time. We'll do it with greens. Okay, it's going to pay 70 bucks. 50, 70 bucks. Bring the 4 and 10 down to a quarter only. 120 into the rack. We're trying to get 320 in that rack if we can. Let's do another hit. Hopefully we get the 3 hits, we can demonstrate it. There's a 6, 4, 10. Okay, 25 pays 50. Again, I'm going to ignore the VIG for now. 5 and 9 come down to a quarter. Now on the rack, I've got 100, 200, and there's my 20. I need another 100 bucks in that rack to make it right. If we get an inside hit, we got a 5, 415. That's going to pay 35 bucks on the 5. The 6 and 8 now come down. So in 3 hits, you come down to 160. And where do we land in the rack? We're not going to quite be full because we got the outside, the lower priced hits, but here we are. We're at 100, 200. If I make that a quarter, there's $315 in the rack. So we're $5 light. Okay, so it took 3 hits, but now we're at 160 across. The other way was 2 hits to 64 across and you're paid. Again, Snowflake style of play. Get me out of this damn hand as fast as I freaking can and play for free. That's the Snowflake mentality. I don't want to have any stress in my life, right? I want to just live because I deserve to live. I deserve to have my bets paid for. Snowflake. Okay, here we go. Let's do another one. I think these are good to look at because if you can catch the 2 or 3 hits, you can be playing pretty safely, okay? Let's get another one. I'll turn the puck off. I'm going to set this person up with our favorite. The skill 66 is a Snowflake way to play. And again, I'm not saying Snowflake craps players are bad people. Snowflake people are bad people, but not craps players are not. We're going to do it twice. I'm going to do it with 2 different players here at 2 different levels because it's the exact same strategy. But I want you to see if you're a big dog and have the money, here's 330 inside. If you're a little fish like me, there's 66 inside. We're going to take we're going to run the 66 and watch how this thing plays out for us. There's a hard 4, right? I've shown this strategy 1,000 times, I know, but it deserves repeating because again, this style of play, the mentality of I want to be on casino money fast, right? That's that mentality, right? There's a 5, a 415 of playing risk-free quickly. 415. So the first player in the front, the 66 pays $21 for a $15 5. We're going to drop a buck out of the rack and we're going to do the press. You know the move by now, right? It's cool that dealers now, I think enough people are doing this where on that hit, you drop the buck, they just make the bet for you. It's a no-brainer. Back in the back, it's gonna be this. It's gonna pay 105. We're gonna drop a nickel and do a 110 press, which means the back is now gonna look like 440. Okay, I'm not gonna go to black chips. We're gonna go to 440 inside. Okay. Another inside hit. This is where the risk is because it's hard to get two inside hits. But if we can pull it off, we do. We get a 628. We pulled the move off. Okay. Here, it pays $28. And we're going to regress ourselves down all the way to 2 units, 44 inside. Okay. What do we have in our rack? 25. I'll take all the whites and make them look like reds for us. There's 25 bucks in reds. So that's 50, 60, there's 65, there's the $67 that it took to make this happen, right? 66 inside plus the $1, $5 in profit. And 44 inside, you're playing for free. You're snowflaking it. You're snowflake, you're playing for free. Here in the back, okay, these all pay 140, okay? And we're gonna go down to 2 units. We're gonna go down to 220 inside. It's the exact same move, it's just that it's with different colored chips. What does this person look like in their rack? Well, let's get things colored up. There's 25 bucks in reds. There's 100, there's 100, there's 50. So if I take these 200s, there's 300. And if I make this look like, I'll do it like a quarter, like nickels rather. There's your 320 that person started with. And here is actually 325 because they needed to do the extra nickel, and there's their 35 in profit. And they're playing at 220 inside. Snowflake, right? Playing for free in a couple of rolls, right? I graduated college, pay for my bills, give me a head start in life, please. Give me a head start in life, says my snowflake. Give me a head start. Give me some universal basic income. I want to get out there and live for free so I can spread my wings and figure it out. Here we are. Give me a little head start. Give me a 2-hit head start, and I can live my life and play for free. Snowflake style play. That's a great way to play, by the way. If you can catch the 2 hits, right, you're smoking it, right? When I won with Adam and the group the other day, this is what I did that. I did a 66 inside, I pressed it up, I pulled it down, I kept my 50 bucks. I did a 66, I pressed it up, I pulled it down, I spread out. Playing for free, right? I played for risk-free that entire day because I did exactly that move because bankroll. Didn't have the bankroll to do anything other than that, right? And I wanted to have a risk-free run at it, right? Instead of just dropping the 160, I built to 160 from 0. It's not a bad way to play. I know I'm making a lot of fun of it, right? But that right there, most craps strategists that you see on YouTube are doing this. Not the squeeze play, not the 66, but they're trying to find the perfect way to get you playing for free. That's the Dallas drawdown that I did. That's the squeeze play. That is the storm. That is the wedge. All these things that we do to find what's the coolest way to do 2 hits and play for free. That's what it is. They're all snowflake plays. They're all thinkers. Everybody who does these kind of things is thinking through it. What's the math on that? How many ways can I win? How many ways can I lose? What are my probabilities of getting to where I need to get to in a couple of rolls, right? You got to think through it. All right, so there it is. That is it, folks. Let me get back over here. It's 8:49. We got it done early today, but let's see here. Let's turn the light off. Watch this. Press a button on my desk, and the light behind me goes off. I forget whose idea that was. That's pretty awesome. All right, there we go. You've never seen me this heated. I'm in zone today, baby. I'm in a zone today. No, it's actually. How do I say that? I want to say it's good that I get mad sometimes. I get mad sometimes. I'm only mad at the crapless thing. The snowflake thing, I think, it's a great analogy. And it's funny that it's 420, and that's what I decided to talk about today. But that snowflake mentality is very, very interesting, right? And like I said, most crap strategies are dark side stuff, right? Get on the line, take your odds, do your mathematical play for the 7 kind of thing. That's most dark side players, right? Most right side players just like, fuck it, all in and let's go for the moon. But probably 80% of the things you see on YouTube that are, it's always like, take 2 hits, spread it out, you're playing for free. Take 3 hits, do this, do that, and you're playing for free. Everybody wants to play for free, right? And that's that whole mindset, which again, if that's your mindset, be in touch with your mindset. It's okay. It's okay to want to play that way. I'm not putting you down, but embrace it, right? If you are a thinker and you want to be protective of your bankroll and you want to play on the house money as often as you can, as quick as you can, because and again, it's because you're low on income. I would rather go out there 270 across 50 times and hit the home run when the big roll comes and start at 270, not mess around with starting at 66 and trying to, spend 10 rolls getting there, right? Without the bankroll to do that, you've got to do stuff like this. That's where YouTube Craps has made all its money. So there it is. All right. Be in touch with who you are. Be in touch with your goals, right? Be in touch with your bankroll, and be in touch with what kind of a brain you're packing. What are you coming out to the table with? What's going to make your experience at the table solid, right? To me, 5 rolls and $500, solid. I'm happy. I'm high-fiving everybody. I'm getting the hell out of there, right? I'm down with that, right? Also happy when we have the monster roll. So there it is. Know who you are, play the right way, and that's it. So there we go. Tomorrow is Friday Follies. I'm going to give you a little preview. What's happening tomorrow on my show? Tomorrow, I'm probably going to, I'm not sure about the paycheck yet. The daily paycheck, I want to go Friday Follies with it. I want to take the Dolly Latterson and not go quarter press. I want to go full press. I want to go from 100 flats to 200 to 300 and like that instead of smaller presses. Just want to see how much money we can make on the 7 tomorrow. I may not make that a paycheck. I may just do it for fun, or I may paycheck it and come back in here and do it that way here for fun. I haven't decided what Friday Follies strategy is going to be yet. I know that's how it's going to be. Something along the lines of an aggressive dark side tomorrow. I'm going to try and get Crapsy and Crap and Camper locked in for Friday Night Fights. So if you're on the list for Friday Night Fights, and let me actually, I have a minute here. Let's pull it up. Let me go. Give me a second here to open up my browser, and let's take a look at where we are, because I want you guys to know. Let's go over here with this. Let's do that view and do casino gaming.tv, and we'll go to the heads up craps modeling. Oh, DJ's doing data modeling today. Awesome. I can't wait to watch that one. All right, heads up craps. It looks like the King of the Mountains Crap and Camper. Next up, can't be sideshow. It's Crapsy. If Crapsy or Crappin can't go, it falls to Sith Lord and Buckeye and Galenar and Dr. S and Colonel Potter. So here's the list. I have not heard from Galenar or Dr. S in a while. Buckeye, I don't know if he's still around. So we may be jumping all the way down. I don't know. So if you're on the list, be ready to play. If you're not on the list, get on the list. It's easy. I'll show you. You're going to log in, and it's going to want your Discord information. But once you're logged in and you come back to the Heads Up Craps, guess what? You press the button and you're in the list. It's that easy. You press the sign up button and you pop on the list. It's so simple to do this. Okay. And that's it. That's all I got. Dropping the mic. Boom. We're out of here. Good show today. I think it was a good show. Either I scared everybody away or you all are with me. But anyway, have a great Thursday, everybody. I think Ken from Ken Knows Gambling is going live tonight with another paycheck show. Or envelope show. Ken, in chat, really quick, maybe you already did it, but what are you doing game-wise tonight? Are you doing craps again, or are you going to go back to something else? And I'm going to check the questions and the P's and Q's while you're putting that in there for me. Let's see here. Walter Weeks, thanks for the ride. Dude, people know this, but coming back from AC, we were down at AC for the meetup, obviously. And I had to catch a flight. I was trying to get to see my dad, but timing wasn't great. And Walter lives up in Philadelphia, and I was going to Philly airport. So I drove Walter from AC to the Philadelphia, basically to the airport, and had to drop him off quick. But yeah, we had a great time in the car. It was a good conversation. Good to meet you. Good to hang out, man. It was fun. Walter is a trip. Walter Weeks Wawa is a trip. So he was a lot of fun. Don't have dates yet for Seattle. We'll get to that soon, really soon. Any other PCs for me to talk to here? Let's see. Oh yeah. You're talking about Crappy the Craftsman when he was on his back deck. That was pretty cool, for sure. Hyperpress Nemo says, I am also on Crapless. I'm not getting flack. I'm the only one sounding the Crapless drum. Nobody else is yelling about it. It's only me. I don't know why I get so amped up about it, but yeah, it's just me. Stay away from it. Please don't do any more Crapless videos. Please stay off it. All right, get out of here. Get out of here. Go do your Thursday, guys. See you on Chris's show, and see you tomorrow. Have a good one. God bless everyone. Thanks again. Bye.